There is no question that Hobby Lobby is a absolute phenomenon. Green takes us through an amazing journey of solid biblical principles of sewing, but also some truly imaginative leaps that I was fascinated to learn about. My colleague has done an excellent job of detailing the common sense principles. In this section, you'll be able to read through the metrics, you'll be able to read their particular vision and philosophy, and all of these guiding principles. Enjoy the journey.
Talofa, my name is Remata Intusiona. My partner has covered much of the key ideas approaches used within the Hobby Lobby Corporation. I will be covering part 3, which is common sense practices, which are unconventional leadership concepts that we might be familiar with. Based on Green's book, Common Sense practices include the gift, the bigger picture, simplicity, and much effort. The gift. One element to always remember is to remember your one thing. The CEO of Hobby Lobby mentioned that many of us feel tempted to try to be great at many things. I believe every individual has a gift or something they are good at. So why should we try to be great at many things when God gave us specific talents, just as Green said? If we want to be great at something, we pursue goals by doing that one thing or applying that one talent. Another method that was quite interesting, according to Green, is not being good or the best, but being better, meaning there is always room for improvement. Green said, best does not always mean having the greatest selection. Thus, Hobby Lobby only has what consumers would need regardless of what other organizations have in store, which is why they are best at being better. Nonetheless, remember your one thing, or that one talent. God gifted you a skill, so use it, and seek the purpose for it. Anoint it, make it special, and pursue goals through it. As for staying focused, we don't have to worry about what is happening around us, especially if it is the competition. Green stated that the lack of focus leads to distraction and produces serious problems. Furthermore, to improve one's focus, discover that one thing and keep that one thing, which is what you are good at. So, what is your one thing? The bigger picture, rather, the sight of the bigger picture. When someone becomes successful, it is always good to remember how that success came to be. Green coined that great leaders need to both keep a high level view and descend into the details. It is good to go back down to where one started to see what was missed or what needs to be addressed. With that, the organization continues to grow into the clouds. There is a saying that if it isn't broken, don't fix it. However, with Hobby Lobby, if it's not broken, make it better. For that to happen, we have to come down from the cloud of achievements and dive into the weeds to review if your goals or our goals align with that one thing, that one talent that brought us to great success. The leader can also delegate roles more accurately and more fitting to individuals. Once a leader takes a step back into the weeds, and plucks out the issues the issues from the past to the current. Getting into the weeds is being mindful of details, but not provoking constant change. Adjust and make things better. Get into the weeds, but make sure you dedicate tasks appropriately to explore new ambitions. I always say simple is elegant when it comes to art. So, simple can be for the best, meaning it doesn't have to be too little or too much, but it is okay to be just right. How do we keep it simple? Have rules to limit not only mistakes but also decision making. The rules can have exceptions, but enough to continue things simple. Sometimes we want too much information and we get overwhelmed. Sometimes we get too little information that we lack understanding of things. Hobby Lobby came about the strategy of keep it close, emphasizing that things don't have to be perfect. For example, close count, which means numbers can be estimated because if we are to count every single item one by one, it will consume more time and waste energy. How can we get close? We work towards a goal and not perfection. Choose close counts and keep the work to a minimum. This reminds me of the phrase work smarter, not harder. Simple is for the best when we do not thrive on being perfectionists. How can we lower the number of choices? Assure yourself that you want to do a task once, not twice, or not again. This simple decision making will give attention to many people as they will be familiar with patterns of how something is done, which could be beneficial. Furthermore, no matter what job you have, what position you are in, if you give that hard work your all, success is within reach. Diligence before distinction is putting in effort knowing full well what the situation is. Before a conclusion is made, there should be an analysis of that problem. There is no straight line to success. There are bumpy roads, traffic, potholes, car problems. I mean, life is just like that. To get to a goal, we will go through obstacles and side challenges that we take a curve at times or slow down at times. Grow through challenges. Green mentioned that the greatest season of his personal growth was when he went through challenging times. This reminds me that whenever we feel like giving up, that means our goal is closer, perhaps right in front of us. Work with clean hands and a pure heart. Lead with good ethics such as honesty, integrity, loyalty, and trust. If we stay true to our moral principles as leaders, as people, God will surely bless those or us for working hard towards our goals. So, whatever you do, whatever we do, as Green stated, do it with all your might. Give it your all. Here is a question to ponder about. Which unconventional leadership concepts are the most important ones to you that was discussed in the presentation? And how do they vary from traditional company procedures? Thank you for your time.